Yeah, no way. Yeah.
Unless they trade
He's pure.
Okay, welcome back to this week's edition of the Barroom Blitz. We're getting hot and heavy here tonight on a Monday night at Casey's. We are moving to Sunday tapings, just so you guys know.
What time?
12 o'clock.
All right.
That's Sunday in the back room. We'll be here every week. Anybody who wants to join in, we'll fire you up a microphone. You have just as much as opinion as the rest, is what you have to say. We're neither right nor wrong, but we always like to talk.
No, I'm always right.
Okay.
No.
Well, then meet Cheeks in the office then after the game.
No.
All right, we're going to talk a little NFL draft, one of the most overblown things in the year in sports. I can't stand it. They've been talking about the draft. They talked about the draft so much, I thought it was last Thursday. I put the specials on.
Yeah.
We got our NFL draft bottles here. Yes, we do. Bud Light.
I will say this about the draft. I don't hear as much talk about this draft as previous drafts.
Well, I think
and it's because of this
because of lockout and you can't get any trades and there's no positioning yet.
That's what's killing the draft this year. And I'm like Jimmy, I'm actually a fan of the draft. Only because, I mean...
I'm a fan of the one-day thing or like the big thing, but I mean not to make the blood. Todd McShay, you know, they first of all they have Mel Kiper for years. Now they got Mel Kiper and Todd McShay, and then they got their big boards. You know they got their top 5 in each position. They're like off by one guy, and then they fight over each guy.
But you know what? There's honestly, they're getting a ton of ratings doing it because they would have stopped doing it after 84.
Well, that's because I'm telling you, I got a year one time I switched the TVs the Phillies were on. The year they won the freaking World Series, and one guy got pissed off because I changed the TV, you know, because it was a regular season Phillies game. We go, dude, it's the second round of the NFL draft. I put the NFL draft up here. The guy throws his beer at me.
Well, that's ridiculous. You should never change that. What's wrong with you?
Oh, he was mad because they didn't have the big screen down for it.
For the draft?
The NFL is, dude,
step up.
ESPN has been running specials.
Then they're talking about some guy that these guys will sit here like, oh, like East Texas State. He's such a stud, man. He's got like a shut up. You don't know anything about East Texas State, and you don't know if he's a stud or not because he never played anybody at East Texas.
Not to mention, what is it, like 1/3 of the All-Stars every year in the Pro Bowl or Pro Bowlers weren't even drafted.
Right.
A lot of stud. Arian Foster. He was the best running back in the league last year. Not drafted.
Right.
He was a nobody.
Did you see the thing on Tom Brady where he was running around the combines?
Yeah.
Nobody would have drafted him either. He was like at a 5'5", 40 or something like that. He couldn't even he couldn't run the shuttle thing.
Hey,
like I'm just
he
saying.
made a pact with the devil. We know it. You can't get that many supermodels and all that shit. It's a pact with the devil. He's going to hell later.
When did we start calling Belichick the devil?
Who?
I hate
he is the devil.
So much. I can't wait for football though already, man. Like I know it's hockey time. Like I'm a hockey guy, but
does Cam Newton go #1? I don't think
obviously.
so.
Carolina.
Obviously.
I think they almost have to. He's 52 touchdowns in the SEC.
You do not force draft picks, in my opinion.
Whoa. The thing is, dude, did you know that quarterback situation there was so incredibly bad. They made Steve Smith, who was a stud wide receiver. What do you have? 2 touchdowns last year? 3?
Yeah, the whole team's horrible.
Well, that's true. That's very true.
You got to start from the line out, man.
You're taking a risk.
I draft the biggest, baddest offensive tackle, smack you in the face. You get me Joe Thomas, and I'll start there.
So you would have picked Niamdi Sue, like the Lions, before Stafford.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. I go Stafford. Stafford's made of glass. I'll tell you what, though, man. That guy stays healthy. Niamdi Sue changes that defense a little bit, man. The Lions are going to be a team.
What do they say about defense?
I can't talk right now.
Defense.
I'm trying to say Niamdi Sue.
Yeah, but you build your team from outside in, and you work on the lines, and you get your way out there. And
well, Carolina wants to shop their pick, but nobody wants Cam Newton, so they're going to take him.
No,
like a bunch of dumbass.
He's not the #1 pick, though. That you're
I take the guy. Who you got there? I take the guy from LSU.
The LSU?
The lineman, right? Or
Auburn.
Auburn.
What's the quarterback?
Darius. Darius is a stud.
Yeah.
He's like a Sioux guy again.
You can't go wrong there.
And then Buffalo, they suck. They'll take Gabbert. A.J. Green's a receiver. Von Miller's at
I like Von Miller, but he's like too much of an in-between. He's a linebacker, defensive end type.
What's the cornerback? What's the cornerback that was
Patrick Peterson is a stud from LSU.
Is that them?
Who I think Dallas is going to go up and get.
Now, there's 2 teams. Now, we've mentioned the lockout, and they've settled, right? Or they've been ordered back to work.
But they're asking for a a stay on the ruling, basically.
Which would open up a trade for
Cobb.
Cobb will go to Arizona.
And there are 2 teams offering #1 picks for Kevin Cobb.
Who are they?
Minnesota.
Arizona and
Minnesota's too late.
Who is Arizona? 5, and whoever's number 12. I don't have it in front
I'm
of me.
not down to 12. That's probably Minnesota.
Minnesota's at 11 or 12. So
there's 2 teams that have been rumored to be offering a number 1 pick.
Well, there's a few teams that need a starting quarterback, and there's no quarterbacks in this draft right now.
They can start.
Dude, if you look at all these teams, they all need. I mean, besides Denver,
you got Minnesota, you got Arizona.
Yeah, Denver could even with Tim Tebow. That's a question there.
No, hell yeah, it's a question.
You know, you got Jake Locker. They're talking about and they're even talking even teams like New England and Indianapolis looking for quarterbacks.
The Eagles, what are you going to address? The offensive line or your defense?
I'm going offensive line.
I think you take the best player available on either side.
I agree with Timmy.
I don't think it's going to be a defensive end because they just drafted Brandon Graham. I know he's injured, but I can't see them drafting a defensive end now.
They moved up to get...
Maybe a defensive tackle.
I'm not a fan of
what, to get
I don't know.
Brandon Graham?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I laugh at that.
Maybe they get a high-powered guard. They get a nice guard.
He won't have problems
the Eagles are what, 22, right?
Yeah.
22? You get a nice guard. You got a nice guard from Penn State.
Yeah, they're talking guard tackle.
Jackson State
J.J. Watt's a name from Wisconsin. Gabe Kamari or something.
There you go.
Well, what we know is they're not taking a linebacker. So anyone that says they're getting a linebacker, they're not.
No.
They never take
And they're not going to take a cornerback. I know you want a cornerback, but there's all the good cornerbacks. And they value the cornerback less. They said maybe a safety in that.
And I disagree
with
them. I think they might move up and grab Bob Miller.
They are not taking a linebacker.
Because they're so tired with their linebackers
they
right
might
now.
Be.
They go up.
Not.
They might go up and get them.
Maybe.
I would be stunned.
I would be stunned too, but it could happen.
When's the last time they drafted a linebacker number 1? Though?
This guy fits the Andy Reid thing.
Andy Reid doesn't value linebackers though.
No,
but they need pressure on that quarterback, and they know.
But they want that from the line.
What's his name? The big guy, the rusher. He's getting on. What's the rusher?
Trent Cole?
Trent Cole.
He's not bad.
The thing is,
he wears down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Trent
Cole, he's
a smaller. Like he is only good if you look first 8 games of the season. Right. He's really, really good, and then he's struggling.
They're trying to get him
help.
That's
why they needed someone on the other side.
Brandon Graham is not that guy in my opinion.
Well, right now you can't say that because he only had one
season.
He's
just a small guy. I'm just not a fan.
Well, so is Trent Cole though.
Yeah, I know.
They're the same size. You can't
he's
say
really rare though. Trent Cole is a very rare player.
What about Dwight Freeney? He's the same size.
Dwight Freeney's a bigger guy, and he's also
he's actually the same size.
As Trent Cole?
Yeah, they're both small guys. These defensive ends are getting smaller.
Dwight Freeney is small.
Same weight. He might be taller, but the weight is right there.
Well, for your entertainment purposes and for mine too, we're going to grab an icy cold Bud Light.
He's got
and we'll be right back with some more Barroom Blitz.
Dwight Freeney's a stud. He's way better than Trent Cole.
Well, Trent Cole went to the